Hey, sports fans, Larry Eater, RunBlogRun. The program is Conversations with Larry, actually monologues with Larry, but you know the deal. Okay, if you like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, please. And watch my pithy comments on Instagram. And if you love us, subscribe on the YouTube. Check out our videos. Also, check out Lou Reed's live album, too. Satellite of Love and Vicious, my favorite song. When I'm writing, I just put Lou Reed on and all the world's a better place. That's crazy guitar from Steve Hunter and Prakash John. Pretty awesome. All right, I've digressed. Okay, so let's get back to it. Two world records yesterday. Can you believe it? Thank you, Jos Hermans. So in the 70s, Jos was this totally cool Dutch runner. He had long hair. He had these Captain Beefheart glasses, which were these little bespectacled things. He should have been playing bass in like a German alt band. Well, they didn't have alt back then, so like a German metal band. But he wasn't. He was a very fine 5,000, 10,000 meter runner. Had the world record in the hour run. That's how I found out about the hour run. And about 3 months after he set his world record, I ran in my first one. My buddy Bob got the last medal. I was sixth. He was fifth. I was bummed. Anyway, digress. But hour runs are pretty tough. But Jos is now the manager, director of the NN running team, but also of global sports communications. And he's had athletes like Haile Gebrselassie, Kenenisa Bekele, Eliud Kipchoge. He has a ton of great athletes. And the NN running team, what he's done really well with that is by utilizing his team in his homeland. I get weekly stories on the team, great photos. So out of 52 weeks, we have 45, 46 stories up. And Nike and a bank are the sponsors for the club. And what he did at the end of the season is he did the NN Valencia World Record Day on this lovely little track. Reminded me of the track, and one of our viewers, Mike Finelli, will enjoy this. Back in 1994, Mike Finelli was at Mizuno, put on a track meet in San Francisco in Kezar Stadium. And the stadium dated back to the turn of the 20th century, and he wanted to get the first 4-minute mile in SF outdoors, and I think he had 3 guys there break it, Matt Justo and a few others. But the track was intimate, and the setting in Valencia was intimate as well. I estimated probably 300 people out there. They kept everybody else outside. The first race was the women's 5,000, and it was built up for Lentensabet Gidey Tadesse. You know her as Lentensabet Gidey. And she was a silver medalist in the 10,000 in Doha. She battled Sifan Hassan, tried to steal the race. She's a tough runner. You also watched her run 8:20 at the Prix last summer. Again, fantastic runner. Gutty. She's got PBs 4:11, 1,500, 8:20, 2,000. Yeah. 30:23, 10. The one that always struck me was her 44:20 in Holland in the 15K. It was kind of like below sea level. Pretty dang impressive. 3 consecutive 5Ks at 14, 1450, 1448. So, yeah, she has some wheels. So, Jos put together a good group of pacemakers. Esther Guerrero Puigdeval took him through the first 1,000 in 2:51. And the race was separated pretty quick. It was down to like 4 or 5 in that first group. And Letsabet just stayed in her zone. Beatrice Chepkolich, the world record holder in the steeplechase and the world champion in the steeple, was her second pacer and took her through 2K in 5:42.73. And the key place, 3K in 8:31.85. phenomenal. And Beatrice looked great, looked strong. And I think that was really key to the race. Lensabeth then just had 2K to go, which is tough as hell. But Lensabeth just kept pulling it together, putting it together. And with a lap to go, she just took off. But she had been by herself for 7 laps and ended up running. I'm going to get the official time for you. 14:06:62, a new world record, breaking Tirunesh Dibaba's 14:11 from about 14 years ago. Second place was Winnie Nyando from Uganda in 15:57. They don't show a third place finisher, and I'm concerned about that. I know you had to have at least one other finisher for a world record attempt. I thought you had to have two. But don't take it away from Lensabeth. 14:06 is mind-boggling. I remember when the world record was just under 15 minutes. And again, fantastic race. Great announcing by Sonia O'Sullivan and Rob Walker. Love Rob. Haven't heard Sonia for a few years. Really like her commentary. Very thoughtful. World Athletics and NN Running Team did a great job. And then for the big event of the night, Joshua Cheptegei, who had already set world best at the 15K on the roads. Then he set a world record at the 5K on the road. And then he set a world record of 12:35 in Monaco for the 5,000. He was a metronome in that race. It was amazing to watch him. The difference in his laps was infinitesimal. And that's the same thing that happened here. We'll share for a few minutes. They put together some pacers. Roy Hoornweg led through the first 1,000 in 2:37:10. Then Matthew Ramsden hit the 2,000 in 5:15:05, and there was really just 5 guys together, and Joshua was just biding his time. Nicholas Camelli was there, obviously, as well. Matthew Ramsden took them through the 3K in 7:52:79. Joshua was just staying within himself. 4K 10:29:83. Nicholas Camelli. Nicholas had just won race the week before in the 5. And Nicholas's job was to get him through in 13:08 in the 5,000. He went 13:07:73. And after that, Joshua Cheptegei was on his own. And Rob Walker quoted the title of a wonderful novella by Alan Sillitoe, also a fine movie with Tom Courtenay, The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner. I have actually an original copy of the book in my 3,500 book collection, all athletics, all some fishing books too. But so Joshua picked up the pace and went through the 6,000 in 15:45. Again, just about a 2:37, 2:38. Up until the very, very last kilometer, Joshua ran between 2:37 and 2:38 on each K. The guy is uncanny in his pacemaking. So, yeah, he went through 6K in 15:45, 7K in 18:22, 8K in 20:59:48. That just blows my mind. Sorry. And in his last K, he hit 9K in 23:36:75. And he looked as good at 9K as he did at 6K. Then he put the bear down and went 2:34 for that last 1,000. And the old record was 26:17:53, and the new record is 26:11:00. I thought he'd break it by a second. He broke it by almost 6. I think that record will stay for a while. So what do we know about Joshua Cheptegei? Well, he's got the 5K and 10K world records now. He's followed our friend Kenenisa Bekele, and he will continue to go upward. Uganda has got a fantastic runner again, and they've got a group of fantastic runners. But what we learned at the NN Valencia World Record Day was a new 5K world record for women, a new 10K world record for men. They did the streaming, one of the best that I've seen since the original Breaking 2. I'm in California, and it was fantastic. And I watched it on my phone, and then I watched it on YouTube. They did it for free so the whole world could see it, which is, I think, the way they should do all athletics, because we're trying to build an audience. But limiting and charging is not doing anything for the sport. It's a good business model for people, and some people, a couple companies are doing fantastic with it, and it gives the ability to do more. But for big meets like this, for events like this, find a big sponsor, do it for free, get a lot of people to watch it. Jos Herman should be congratulated, his entire team in Global Sports, and then running team and Nike congratulated, because you know what? The season goes off on a real high point. World records are difficult. The men's 10,000 world record, I didn't know if I'd ever see it broken, but we have. The women's 5K record with Tiranish Dababa, Tiranish I thought would break 14 minutes before she retired. Lunchnet today shows that the world record can be broken. It was difficult, but there's probably 4 or 5 women out there who could challenge it. But again, fantastic. Congratulations to everybody involved. Again, another event that shouldn't have been, but they were able to put it together. Bright minds, active minds, people who love our sport working together. That's what it's all about. This is Larry Eder with RunBlogRun. You've just seen the programming for Conversations with Larry, and we discussed the NN World Record Day. If you like us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like us on all 3. It's not like vote early, vote often, you know. Mayor Daley is God rest his soul, you know, he said something a little different. Then on the YouTube, subscribe. Important. Okay? Larry Eder signing off. Stay safe. Wear your mask outside, inside. Wash your hands. 20 seconds. Okay? Those are the things that we know that we can protect ourselves still. All right? Please be careful. Exercise. Tell people you love them. If you can't hug them, call them. Communicate. The people you can hug, give them a hug. Just don't be creepy. Okay. Larry Eder, RunBlogRun, signing off.